know it's coming in through the mail.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Tonight's a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. They're on the Eagles sideline, head coach Nick Sirianni. This side should be coming in with some fresh legs after their bye last week. Along the opposing sideline, the head coach of the Packers. This side also occupying playoff position, so might be a rematch we see play out this postseason. From the booth, Kate Scott alongside Brock Hewitt. Brandon McManus set to get us started. And from Lambeau, away we go beneath the rain. Jukes out a one-stop. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hurts now from the gun. Completed left side to Smith. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First down, Eagles.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Receiver in motion, going left. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
He lofts it deep left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're picking their own 10. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Brings up 2nd down at the 11-yard line.
Ready?
Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Get him. 10 block. Ready.
Love from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. They send a man in motion. Hurts on first down. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Saquon Barkley, the intended target. And now they face second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Hurts setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. And they haven't got their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive.
Set. Ready, go. Set.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation. Okay, defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Come on, set. Set. Go.
Shotgun now for Love. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down. Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another third and long.
Set. Punt. Red. 38. Set.
Love now. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that call.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Eagles were ready to set up shop on offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Gotta find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm. Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You gotta keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for second and long.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Back to throw. Hurts. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing here, Hurts. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short. The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Out now runs the Packer offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Let's go. Blue 30. Ready.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Down. Ready. Ready.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our
Neutral
officials.
zone infraction. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Let's go next. Cut.
They'll run here, following the penalty. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Turning to Jacobs on third. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. Jackson waiting for it. And he's getting nothing on that return. They ran him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
He was looking for Dallas Goedert there, so it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. On third down, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And an Eagle first down.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down. We need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Here he is on third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Braden Mann on the punt. Some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Play action. Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36. Second and 3 now.
Pickup brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Set. Ready.
They stick with Jacobs. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he could absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And that is how our first quarter will end, as that pass falls incomplete. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. A couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Here's Mann on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 45, ready.
Love looking to pass. Finds him over the middle. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in the loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Come on, race.
Here's 2nd and 11. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Throw left side to Watson. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you...
The Packers not fans of that ruling. They're going to have them take another look at this.
Previous play is under review.
Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. It's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. First down throwing from Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurts to throw. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That pass complete to Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41.
First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts throwing again. Called in by Goddard, left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Take this ahead to the 34-yard line. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts yet again. Oh, he's going to run for it. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
First down, a run with Barkley. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. Defender gets you right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Hurts now from the gun. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Elliott connects there, and that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Packers all set to get back out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Love now on 1st and 10. Completes this one to Kraft. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 1 now. Love just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. He's got it at the 24. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Man in motion here. On 1st down, Hurts. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to make a shot on him.
Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. It's the Eagles, who have 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he has a massive gain in style, sliding in safely after a tremendous pickup. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, the field opened up, and he simply takes off. Even in today's NFL, where dual-threat quarterbacks are everywhere, it's not often a guy can rip off a run like that.
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm?
Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break.
Ready?
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. Oh, he loses the football. And the Eagles have it. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Yeah, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Eagles taking over now late in the 1st half. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the 1st half alone. We're at a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break.
Ready?
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Set.
Love with it on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Back to the air. Love. He's loaded another one up. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. That's Julian Blackman. And the Eagles might be able to get some points late after the interception. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. It's Week 10, Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, by the way. We salute all the brave men and women who keep our country safe. This one's for you. Here we go with the highlights. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the veteran Robert Woods. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. The Steelers would go on to a 28-17 victory. Next, let's go to Landover, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital. Looking in on the Commanders, they're hosting the Detroit Lions. And this is Brian Robinson. He's going to scamper 31 yards to the house. Touchdown. The Commanders get the W by 2 touchdowns. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers hosting the LA Rams. And it's Puka Nacua. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Rams find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. A final look there at the rest of the scores from Week 10 with Cincinnati, Dallas, Kansas City, and Tennessee all on their bye. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown in the first half, 10-0 your score, as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And his workload hasn't been limited to the backfield. As you get a look at the NFL's best receiving backs this season, you can see he is right there in the top 5. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on. Stand.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these. and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Ready, 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 ready.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's third down and longer.
Ready, set.
Shotgun now for Love. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. It could do some serious damage.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Packers cut it to a field goal game. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hits him on the in route. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Play fake, it's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down. Love from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He has it at the 13. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts. That's coming. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield. They're set up at the 35 now.
A gain of 14. First down, Philadelphia.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Hurts looking to throw. He's got Smith. He made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Hurts to throw. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. The tight end going in motion right. All right, this is A.J. Dillon. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. He was good on his first attempt and his second from a little over 45 here. Elliott connects there, and that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Thanks so much for that look around the league, Scott. Now let's turn our attention back to this one as we get set to begin our third quarter. Return coming from the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Out now runs the Packer offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Set. Ready, go.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
False start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. It's now 15 yards to the marker. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's 2nd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ready, ready. 45, right. Striker, check striker. Set.
2nd and 15. Kraft has it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35.
Down. Set.
Jacobs running behind center. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30. Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
15-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Set.
Here's Love. He has it at the 5. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
Jacobs. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Go. Yellow, 43.
Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
Hut, hut.
Jacobs again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Set, ready. Ready.
Love now on 3rd and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Jackson now to return it. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. space. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Us quarterbacks, Kate, yeah, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers, but a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, well, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, they're very minimal gains.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go to Barkley again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Hurts now from the gun. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He'll begin his return from the 11. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready, ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Finds the in route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we
Running on first here with Jacobs. And that is exactly why you rally to the football. You knock through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go. Hut, hut. Black, 95.
Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Ready.
That penalty helps him out, makes it 2nd and 7. Love looking to pass. Hits him on the out route. He picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. Third down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes are reading you like a book.
And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
It's fourth down.
You felt that the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Pass brought in by Watson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Packers, first down.
Down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
There's Love to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Come on, set. Ready?
Love now on 1st and 10. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hut.
Sticking in the air. Love. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
That's another Packers first down.
Working inside the red zone. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Escapes the pocket. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Love.
At the 3-yard line.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Love now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. This is close, but he is not in the end zone, Brock. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. But boy, that was close. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles approaching win number 7 on the year. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the
could just feel it right off the snap. You just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. Begins his return at the 16. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Packers all set to get back out there. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they gotta get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Set, hut. Black, 95. Set.
Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd
Here we
and
go.
4.
Setting up to pass. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They look to throw it. Finds his man. It's Crab. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. The Packers take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. And it's caught. It's a touchdown in the final minutes, and a 2-point play could force overtime. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now, you'd imagine, comes a try for 2.
Yeah, and this might be just as tough as to go get that touchdown they just did because, well, they work on 2-point conversions, but they're difficult. This is also a must-have, though, Kate, if they want to try and force overtime.
They knew what they had to do. First the touchdown. Now a 2-point try to tie it.
Come on.
Love now off the play action. And that catch gets them the 2. We're all tied up here in the 4. Woo, crisis averted, Brock. They got the 2 and the tie for now at least. It looks like they have staved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those 2 critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, got the 2-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they need to get it to at least that 40-yard line to have a shot at the game winner. But there's enough time remaining to work it even closer if things go right. Drive starts with a quick throw left complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Smith again. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yards they needed. 3rd down coming up. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. To throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
4th down, he calls his own number on the option. They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
4th down, you want the ball in the hands of your biggest and best playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that is the QB. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down in time.
The Packers send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. They'll need to find a way inside of field goal range with what time's left, and then save a second to try the game winner. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
Love from the gun. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Ready.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready.
Trying again, following the sack. He sends this one to the end zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Throwing now. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Clean breakup on that throw, so that brings up 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got 1 hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Let's take this at the 10. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. Well, they couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, partner, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and hopefully help them start this overtime period by taking the lead. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, they count on those being efficient and effective.
And he'll get it up to the 44. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, the offense is certainly moving on the right track so far in past years for a potential game-winning touchdown. But let's not forget, Brock, the other side will get a chance to answer no matter what happens on this opening series.
Yep, and that response is something for their defense to worry about. All these 11 gentlemen need to do is continue the steady progress downfield and getting that opening first down. So critical to any possession, but even more so in overtime.
Down. Hut, hut.
Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing the out route complete. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
It's inside the 10. And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from the tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. Grab check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
McManus on for the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You certainly got to pick your shots. When to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
Running is Barkley. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Oh, he's going to run for it. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Option play, they get it to Barkley. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
From the pistol, Hurts. Smith brings in another one. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. All right, partner, well, I know they're not going to look ahead down there just yet, but let's you and I do that. In the red zone, they need the touchdown first, obviously, but after that, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it. And they take this in for the score. The Eagles make it a 1-point game. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoffs. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Gotta be able to make a stop too. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Down.
To the air with Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. As they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here we ready?
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and
Loves to throw again. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out the Baltimore, they landed in France. Racing shows out in Germany, they bought in Japan.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. This entire contest rests on his next kick. From the right hash, 52 yards out. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And we're going to keep playing on in OT.
Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. From 37 yards in the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.